to another DJs BrewTube beer review. It's time to dive into the depths of just one beer today. I probably won't review any more or anything, so we're just going to have one small can here. That's right, well, one crowler can of what? A beer from Bell's Brewery out of Comstock, Michigan, US of A. Yay, yay! And what beer do we have from Bell's? One I've been wanting to try for a long time. It is Oberon, the 2019 installment of it, that is. This is an Imperial Wheat Ale. It's a limited serving. It clocks in at 9.7% ABV, between 8 and 30 IBUs for the Imperial Wheat style. Now, this beer has been barrel-aged. They don't say how long, but it's been barrel-aged in Traverse City whiskey barrels. The main product that Traverse City produces is a bourbon. They also make like a cherry whiskey as well, but their main product is their Traverse City bourbon, so I'm assuming maybe it's a bourbon barrel. So, you know what? I'm of the opinion these days, if you wait around long enough, the way that the beer, kind of brewing world has proliferated, if there's a beer that you really want to have, eventually it's going to come your way. Last year, it was double two-hearted ale. I hooked up with that. That was pretty freaking awesome. It was only on crowler, and this year it's going to be in bottles. So maybe Oberon next year will be in bottles. Who knows? So you know what? Time to stop flapping my gums, crack the top on the crowler, and tell you what's up with Oberon. Hell yes. I like saying that name. Oberon. More than Oberon. Crack this one slow. Yeah. Man, this one is full to the tippity top. Can't wait. Get it in the sniffed out. Look at that. Ooh, it already looks a lot different than regular Oberon. Now, regular Oberon is fairly hazy. And it's already, I can tell from looking at the stream coming out here, a lighter color than our friend Oberon here. But whatever. Let's talk about the appearance. Otherwise, since I already started to do so, it is a gorgeous, it is hazy, amber orange color, has a double IPA look to it, at least like a lot of double IPA I've seen. Man, a super tightly packed head of khaki off-white bubbles. When I swirl it, man, the puck moves around super solid, and there's tons of alcoholics just clawing at the top of this glass. Hell yes, look at that. That is a beautiful looking beer in the glass, another lovely hazy kind of deliciousness. Anywho, it's pretty. But you know what? It's got to smell good too. So we're going to dive in now for what? The aroma! Woo! Hello, bourbon. It definitely smells like bourbon. That sweet corn whiskey with a ton of vanilla and caramel. Some tannic woody notes, a little bit of char. Now the malty sweetness is coming in from the wheat ale. I'm not getting any of the, you get a little bit of tartness from the Oberon. I'm not really getting that, but I am getting a good hit of spicy yeast. Some dark fruit notes. It's kind of like a figgy raisin thing going on. Maybe a little bit of cherry as well. More vanilla. Man, it smells lovely, bright, and delicious. Not a hint of alcohol, save the spirit aroma on the aroma. Let's dive in. Hell yes. Hopefully it's uber good. Cheers! Oh, man. Whiskey up in your grill. That is freaking delicious. Yum. Right up in front, you get a nice kick of whiskey. You know what? I'm waning the taste of this. It tastes American whiskey-ish or bourbon-ish. Now, it might be a young bourbon, and that'll have that kind of flavor as well. But, man, it's large and in charge in there. After that, the malt comes in. The kind of like little mild tartness and stuff that you get in Oberon is not in this beer. But, man, there's tons of wheat ale character. It's drinking like a wheat wine, sort of. Not as sweet as many as I've had, because there's a good amount of spiciness in those yeast esters in there, balancing out the big flavor of whiskey and then the sweetness from the wheat malt in there. There's a bit of floral hop, a tiny bit of citrus in there as well, and maybe some stone fruit. But those are real back end flavors. They're side players to the vanilla and the like the yeast esters of like the raisiny fruitiness and spice and everything. It's all background players to that, and the primary player is that of whiskey, and I'm okay with that. Man. This is crushable, which is freaking scary at 9.7%, especially when I got a quart of it sitting next to me. And that tempts me just to chug a lug, but we'll hopefully surpass those more animalistic urges tonight. But anywho, I guess we're going to have to grade this now because that's freaking delicious, and I can't wait to park up on it and drink some more. Anywho, At time of recording, Beer Advocate is giving Uberon, cumulatively, because it's been produced, I think, since 2012, if memory serves, anyway, a 3.89 out of 5. So I would say that's A minus, the super high B plus range, probably A minus-ish. And Untappd is giving this 4.13 out of 5. That's definitely a super high A range for those guys. I'm going 96. This is rock solid. I'd buy it again any day. It's got great flavor profiles. If you're thinking it's going to be tasting exactly like Oberon, Überon is not that. Überon is its own beer, and in my opinion, as it should be, even though on the label here that I created, and in their propaganda, they're calling this, you know, whiskey barrel aged Oberon, which is what it is. But when you make it that much bigger and you put it in those whiskey barrels, it turns into its own entity. Also, especially considering that you've got age and time and everything on it. When you age wheat ales, they get those sweet, fruity notes, and the spiciness comes up sometimes, just like in this beer. So, that is my opinion of Uberon. Have you had this brew? Or maybe you like Oberon more, and you want to tell me that? That's cool, too, because you know what I'm liking. The quid pro quo and the back and forth. I'm also really liking it when you do me a great big favor, and you do what? Think locally, drink locally, and support the craft beer movement. I am getting it done. Witness the beer shrine. Also, if you do me a great big favor and help me push those, you know, Google metrics up into the stratosphere by, you know what you got to do. You got to rate, comment, subscribe, and especially, yeah, smash that like button, because that, along with definitely a quart of Uberon, is all I'm going to need to put my big beer drinking happy face on tonight. So, to next DJs BrewTube, I got nothing but a bunch of bells. Uberon 2019 edition drinking love for you, and you know what's coming for you by now. Hell yes, that's right, a big peace out!